Welcome to Frankensight and our YouTube channel Ask Frank 15. This is part 2 of regular expression searches in Vim. As we've seen already in Vim, regular expressions part 1, Vim includes support for regular expressions. Now, we're going to take a look at quantifiers in Vim regular expressions. Quantifiers are a way to perform pattern matching over a number or quantity of characters. Let's look at an overview of the syntax. The pattern goes first. In this case, we have digit in Perl syntax, which also is used by Vim for the most part. After that, we have the quantifier, which is a star. You can dictate with quantifiers a specific number of times to try and match the pattern using specific intervals, or, as in this case, you can use meta characters with built-in parameters. Please note a backslash is added before most quantifiers in Vim regular expressions. Now, we're going to take a look at all of our options for quantifiers and an example for each. Star, which we've already seen, matches 0 or more of the preceding character to include an empty line. Here's an example of the star quantifier in a Vim search. The first digit matches independently of the quantifier star. However, the star will be a match even if it does not find a second digit. Watch what happens when we only use one digit. This matches everything on the page because star is looking for a matched digit, the slash d, the backslash d. If it can't find that, it will match everything else. Hence, it matches where there is a digit and where there is not one. Next is backslash plus. Backslash plus matches one or more of the preceding characters. Here is an example of using backslash plus as a quantifier in Vim. This matches one or more of the character 8. So it matches the 6 8s and the 2 8s. Now let's move on to backslash equals. Backslash equals matches 0 or 1 more of the preceding character, so it will come up with a match if there is no instance of the query parameters, and if there is, it will match one more instance of it. Here's an example. So we have 88, 88, 88, 88. So it's matching the initial 8 and then the query parameter, which the quantifier, the backslash equals, applies to, is the second 8. So it matches the initial and then looks for 0 or 1 instance of the second 8. That's why all of the matches are 88. Now let's move on to intervals. Intervals more specifically dictate how many instances of a pattern should be matched. The first interval type we're going to look at is interval ranges. The syntax is backslash, open bracket, x comma y close bracket. This will match the interval from x to y instances of the preceding characters. Now let's look at an example. And in our example, we're going to use a character class with 1 or 3 or 8 or 9. And then we're going to do backslash and then 3 to 6 instances for our interval. So we see 3 instances of 1, 3 instances of 3, 6 instances of 9, 6 of 8. Next, we're going to look at matching for x times of the preceding character. This is a simple interval. So we're going to use, again, actually this time we're going to use a range instead of just a class. And it'll be 1 to 3, backslash, open bracket, 3, close bracket. Curly brace. My apologies. This looks for exactly 3 instances of 1 or 2 or 3. Again, represented in the range from 1 to 3 in brackets. We have 3 1s, 3 3s, and 1 2 3. Next, we're going to use comma x for our interval. This will match from 0 to x instances of the preceding character. Here's an example. Like star and backslash equals, this interval will match 0 instances of the preceding character. This example will match 1 digit, followed by 0 to 3 digits. So here we see a match with 111, 333, and so on, and then also for 88. Again, because it's for 0 to 3 digits. Lastly, we're going to look at matching at least x instances of the preceding character. Here is our example. For this example, there must be 3 instances of the character 9 for a match. And we only see that at one point on the page.